What's going on, guys? I'm Franky Gomez. So we're about two movies that have reboots. We'll talk about movies that really, like, they just still need reboots or remakes. So basically, it's like movies that have sequels. Basically, in A category, the movie can be like horror, action. I don't think they ever rebooted a comedy, like, yeah, mostly just action and horror. Like, I see they reboot definitely superhero movies. Yeah. So basically, I'm gonna tell you like movies that like have reboots, like cause see some movies just don't need reboots, like especially like the classics in cinema, like The Exorcist. Let's see, it's just some movies don't need reboots. It's unnecessary, but you know money. It's all about the money, Hollywood. So yeah, let's begin. Alright, so another movie that's a kind of reboot is a home movie called The Hills Have Eyes, 2006. And the irony is they decided to make a theme song like in 2015. You know, yeah, they chose The Weeknd to actually ask him to write the song for the movie. Like, you know, 7 to 8 years later. Yeah. So okay, so The Hills Have Eyes, like, it's a horror movie, and same title as the original. And what? Because see, like, I'm not a big fan of horror. It's just because I feel like it's somewhat fake. But okay, it's just nowadays with horror movies today, it's just yeah. Okay, okay. So basically, the plot is okay. So basically, family vacation. Like, I have to figure out where exactly like the location is in the movie. Um, I think it's Russia, maybe. I think. Anyway, so yeah, family vacation goes wrong, and they find like a place that's abandoned because like they got nowhere else to go, and then they find mutants. Yep, radiation. Thanks. And now they're trying to survive. They get taken out one by one, basically a classic horror film. And yeah, that's basically it. Okay, what I like about the original, I somewhat saw it, like not all of it, but some. Okay, because back then, like when we were making movies, everything was like practical effects, and we didn't. CGI was new. Like, I'm pretty sure like that The Hills Have Eyes, the original, didn't use CGI as far as I know. But anyway, it's just back then the horror movies. Okay, I like classic horror movies that use practical effects because that's just talent there. And it was like a very interesting like horror film. Yeah, because nowadays like it's just since the 21st century, like movies are horror kind of overdoing it with horror movies, like much more blood, much more gore. Where the original wasn't really like back then with horror movies. There weren't that much blood because back then movies were completely different. Like, we made them like completely different. It's just I think they should leave the classics alone. It's really unnecessary because it's just they try to make it for like 21st century, like how it would be if it was the 21st century, like its version. But it's just I strongly think that whole movie should not be rebooted. It's already too late for The Exorcist, and yeah, it's just with the new version. Well, it was made in 2006. It's just too much blood, too much gore. It's just they really overdid it. It's just yeah. Nowadays, almost just going over dramatic with blood and gore. I mean, it's just come on. Just back then, movies were a lot more better. So basically, it's a reboot of the famous like Japanese monster Godzilla, and it's just